Hello, it's Messerschmitt 100 back with another tank review. Today we're taking the look at the German Panther MiG-88 L71. German medium tank of tier 8, and it is a premium. I think the Panther 88 is a very good premium tank as a whole. It is fast, mobile, and the gun is fantastic. We will come back to, of course, the gun and its mobility once we look over the other stats first. It's on 1,500 hit points. It can take a few hits, to put it precise, but this can also get into tier 10 battles. So if you meet an FV 4002, you are going to be in deep shit. Or Panther 100, or any of the much larger damaging vehicles. Or if you get shot 3-4 times by the Russians, you probably dead. Or twice by the E100's 150mm gun will destroy you. The weight is 46 tons. It has a 600 horsepower engine, which get this thing up to a top speed of 46 kilometers an hour. The normal Panther will have a top speed of 55 kilometers an hour, but this premium, it is not as good as a tier 8, but better than a tier 7. And the traverse speed is a 38 degrees a second. A little bit slower than the rest of them, really. The Panther M10 has, the same, 48. They are basically the same tank, so yeah. And turret traverse is also quite okay for 2 degrees a second, but if you get up into faster tanks such as the light AMX 1357F, you are going to struggle because you just can't get your gun fast enough on them if they are coming very close. View range is a very good, for almost 400 meters view range, and also quite good 550 meter signal range. The gun is the 88mm L71 used on the King Tiger. It is the King Tiger's historical gun used in the Panther tank. It has a very good 8.7 rounds per minute. This gun dishes out a average damage of 2,000 a minute. That's a lot. Of course, it is an 88mm gun, so its damage is the penetration with normal armor piercing is 203mm. With APCR, it is 237mm. High explosive at only 44mm. Now, I wouldn't fire armor piercing composite rigids or APCR in this thing because it has really not a lot more better penetration than the standard AP. So I don't see why you will spend 11 gold, or do not use gold, or 4,400 credits on a shot when it really doesn't have more than 34mm of penetration. Of course, that's 34mm more, not just 34mm. The damage is, of course, the 88mm gun average 240, which is not a whole lot to tier 8. It can be lacking, to put it, but it is still a very good gun with its eye to fire. The accuracy, Germans always best on that. It is a phenomenal 0.32, so this thing will find its target, and when you fire this thing and it's fully aimed, you're going to hit him. Aiming time is also a very impressive 2.3 seconds, which makes this tank very, very deadly at long range. But the armor is a problem for this tank. Hull 80 in the front, 50 at the side, and only a bare 40 in the rear at tier 8 is seriously lacking when you consider that, example, the Tiger 2 and Lava rear armor is 80mm and 50 at the side and 40 at the rear. This thing has not good armor. The Chinese T-34-3 has better armor on the hull. Now we come to its turret. It is a Schmalturm, which in German means high turret. Don't know why it got a Schmalturm here, because it really is not as high as the Schmalturm on the Panzer IV Schmalturm. But it's almost the same. And the front is 120mm and side and rear is only 60mm. This thing, if you get shot, you get penetrated. Unless you have the frontal plate at a very steep angle like this. Of course, if you hit the lower plate, they can damage your engine. And weak spots on the tank. The machine gun port, I still believe is a weak spot, because anyway, it is more flat than this frontal slope here anyway. The frontal armor and turret, actually when you take these 80mm and slope them in the 55 degrees that they have done, it is clean through, it is actually 120mm. So the armor is almost the same if you will be far out the turret or the hull, but yeah, there you go. It will not help you anything at their rate. And plus, as if it needed it, it also got these observation, these actually range finders. Those are weak spots. This gun sight is weak spot. Command's hatch, always weak spot. Can't show you around the back, but it's a hatch there in the back of the turret. Is also a weak spot. And I don't think the drive viewport is necessarily a weak spot. I haven't been able to check that out. But yeah, if you really need a weak spot from the front, shoot in the lower plate, or in the observation ports, or in the middle of the machine gun port. Not on the rounded sides of it, but just shoot it right in the middle. Of course, since this tank is easy to be penetrated, I have my commander with the jack of all trade crew skills. And snapshot for the gunner. For driver, I got smooth ride because I still want this gun to aim faster. I don't want to wait for my sights to aim in. That's why I like the German tanks. When you have got the gun on the target, you can just fire immediately. You don't have to wait for the guns to settle down. And repair for the rest of the crew so I can get on moving faster if I get tracked. For if you get tracked in this vehicle, you are in a world of hurt. You're just going to die within seconds. So you have to use your mobility in this thing. But it is not the fast tank at 46 kilometers per hour. The Löwe can go, which weighs almost 100 tons, can go 35 kilometers per hour. The Tiger 2 can go 48. I mean, and the T-34-3 can go of 50 kilometers an hour. So, I mean, if you're stranded and you're caught off and you're surrounded, you're dead. This tank cannot hold its own. You have to stand at range and fire, or I also play it more aggressively, get up into the face of the enemy when they don't expect it and just blast away. And with reload time, it's really not a lot of problem. But yeah, the problem is still the armor. It is not good, and sides are almost completely flat. It's almost no slope. Look at that. It's almost nothing. If they hit your sides of your turret cheeks, here and here, they're probably going to bounce from the front. Also, but if they shoot at this angle and they hit here between this gun mount and the frontal plate, it will be a shot trap. So you will definitely penetrate. And even the top is actually weaker. So if you get over this thing, shoot it in there or in the crew hatches. That will be better, or in the engine. Setting this thing ablaze is nothing. It doesn't happen to me very much, only very few times. But if artillery hits this thing, boom. And if you're sitting in this thing, then you wish you were in some other tank, because it's going to hurt a whole lot. Now this is a HD model, which means that the suspension works, and it is very appealing to look at and drive around in. Of course, it also the other sound updates will be coming. I just like this tank. Is it worth it? It is. Let's see, in the tech tree, it is the second most expensive. No, let's check. Okay, 10,000. It is the third most expensive tank, premium German tank to date. Yeah, keep that in mind. It is a large investment, but I think it's very fun. If you have driven a Panthers before, or just a Panther M10 really, you will like this tank because it plays, it is a Panther, what can I say? But something strange is that the normal Panther has 85 in the front. This thing has only 80. Where did the rest 5 go? I really want to know that. Where did those 5mm go? Not that it really matters a whole lot, but still it would be helping a little bit. I just want to know that. Side skirts, they are just 2mm or something. They really won't help you. But actually, these track slings at the sides will actually help you. I think that's based armor. And, well, tracks can absorb shot. They're quite large. But if you are shot with any large caliber, I mean, something like the, come on. Like the KV5's gun, 107mm gun, or the Russian 122mm in the, oh, I went too far, sorry, in the Panther MiG-88, you're going to be in world of hurt. So just generally avoid being shot at. I know easier said than done, but just try not to get hit. And now to the replay I have prepared. So here we are at Winter Himmelsdorf, a city map, and you're going to see now how the Panther 88 performs in this environment. I'm just going to speed things a little bit up here because frankly not much happens at the start of the battle. Try to hit the IS-3, which is now advancing upwards towards or upwards the street. We have a very weak defense there. Most of our heavies have gone up to the castle above the city and is fighting there, but the enemy's heavy tanks are concentrated underneath it. There you see IS-3 put a shot in the side of his turret. He backs off before he can reload again, and now he's out of sight. Cannot hit any of the other targets, so back off, and this target P is nearly dead. Swing back again. See if there is something there. There isn't. I thought the IS-3 were there, but now the IS-3 has moved back and destroys our friendly heavy tank, the target P. So I'm just waiting for the enemy tanks to appear. There is the one IS-3 spotted, and bam! Chaffee gets hit in the side. Here, and the Chaffee is gonna continuing towards the artillery. The Chaffee stops, and boom! He's dead. Hit by the artillery. But now the IS-3 takes out our artillery, and I just wait for him to attack. Then I decide to advance to get the better, or at least attack from better place. And I retreat because I know that when the IS-3 comes around that corner, there is mostly he won't have his sides exposed because he will know that I'm there. So that's why I'll be waiting for him here instead. Looking behind me in case there's someone coming that way. Driving down back. Still, in this replay I was trying to at least play a bit safe. So I really didn't know where I were going to go, so just simply looked around a bit. Stopping here again. Now, what I don't know is that that IS-3 is destroyed, and well, yeah. Panther bot? Nope, is not. So I now begin to advance because we got the advantage in numbers. So I drive down towards the center in order to support this IS-3, which is now getting attacked by multiple tanks. And he destroyed the ISU-152, which is great help because now I can get over to the task of attacking this T-34-1. Fire and hit. Waiting for gun to reload. Fire again. He's now only thing I need to do now is to get 2 shots in onto him, and then I will have him. See, I don't see the T-34 so I advance up the street here, keeping my turret rotate to my back till I'm quite sure he won't pop out behind me, and then continuing down this street. Oh, catch him by surprise, get a shot into him, he misses at me, and I don't reach it in time to fire at him again. Drive up, back, waiting for him, boom, he's being knocked out. Oh, there is the SU-152. But I know I got full health, so take the shot. Tracks absorbed quite a lot of it, and now I'm just taking this guy out. So that was this replay with the Panther MiT-88. It is a very good tank in my opinion. I've had lots of fun driving it, and as you can see here, it's going to be quite useful. And of course, try to hang back as a sniper until the most of the enemy team is neutralized. Then you can drive up and pick off the rest of them, like I did. I hope you enjoyed this review of this Tier 8 German premium tank. And if you want to see more of my content, then subscribe, and a like will of course be greatly appreciated. Until next time, people, hold your ammo dry, your barrel cleaned, and we'll see you on the battlefield. Thanks for watching.